from Los Angeles, California. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Jackson going to keep it running right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson options out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson going to take this himself.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you're standing on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach Jim Harbaugh in the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here, Herbert.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Up the middle, it's Edwards.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
But certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Josh Palmer,
27 yards.
and the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Jackson options out left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Third down and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now. Back deep for LA is Darius Davis.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Second down and 6 now.
Herbert now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
They'll start with the option.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Draw play. This is Henry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Justice Hill to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now. Jackson.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
A 3rd down gain of 19.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Second and 6.
Now Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Down 2 scores already. I don't think these guys would be too enthralled with the notion of settling for 3 here. Very nice job of execution on 3rd down, able to keep the drive moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
And Madubuike was a madman for the Ravens a season ago. He more than doubled his sack output from the previous year and was selected to the Pro Bowl for the first time in his career.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. And he's going to go down again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The final 2nd ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Herbert.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Henry out of the pistol. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. on the handoff. Edwards. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 14.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Operating from the gun.
Herbert able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Jackson options out left. Shrugs him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Running from the gun with Henry. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Two 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Herbert, they set up the screen for Dobbins.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That'll be taken in by Flowers.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson now.
Open man is Flowers. He's got it.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Now 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Edwards.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3rd and 3. They'll run again. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.